the FBI implementing threat tags to track any alleged harassment of education officials. Your colleague, Congressman Jim Jordan, sent this tweet out saying Merrick Garland testified that the FBI wasn't targeting parents. We now know the FBI is tagging parents they consider threatening. The Attorney General has some explaining to do. Congressman, what do you say about it?
I say absolutely we need to bring the Attorney General back to the Judiciary Committee and have him explain why, once again, the FBI is lying to Congress. You know, we took him at his word when he said that they were not targeting parents for expressing their First Amendment right to complain about the types of educational lessons that were being forced on parents in Virginia schools. And now we find out that they are, in fact, using FBI resources to essentially treat parents as domestic terrorists. And it's just uncalled for, and we need to call him to account.
Yeah, you'd like to hear some more follow-up testimony from the Attorney General. A lot of parents might like to as well, or even that of the FBI Director, Christopher Wray. Here's the AG last month defending that DOJ memo. Take a listen.
It responds to concerns about violence, threats of violence, other criminal conduct. That's all it's about. And all it asks is for federal law enforcement to consult with, meet with local law enforcement to assess the circumstances, to strategize about what may or may not be necessary, to provide federal assistance if it is necessary.
Kind of going against what that whistleblower memo now claims, but we've even seen the National School Board Association apologize for the letter, which initially sparked that White House meeting and then follow up that DOJ memo. The AG has not apologized. What do you think you should say to parents, including those in Virginia, who have their own concerns?
Well, he needs to acknowledge that the FBI lied about contacting the School Boards Association. They have lied about tagging parents and targeting parents who are expressing their First Amendment right. And they need to remove themselves from what is a local law enforcement matter. If you have an incident of violence, regardless of where it is, whether it's in a school board meeting or outside a school board meeting or just in a locality, it's up to that locality's law enforcement to take care of it. It is not a nationwide concern that warrants the FBI using its anti-terrorism law enforcement powers to go after parents. This is really all about squelching dissent as the liberal left tries to inject race and sex into our classrooms more and more through CRT. That's what led to Glenn Youngkin's victory in Virginia, a rejection of this type of politicization of our children's education.
Yeah, we'll see what happens in the midterms if Republicans take note of that campaign. I'd like to turn now to Capitol Hill, where House Speaker Nancy Pelosi pushing to pass the Build Back Better agenda before your Thanksgiving break. I know that you're demanding the CBO score for the bill to be made public before a vote is called. What do you anticipate happens next? We hear CBO score could come out Friday, potentially the vote, though, the day before.
You know, this is just Nancy Pelosi trying to rush the bill through, essentially, once again, like with Obamacare, saying you have to pass the bill before you can find out what's in it. And what is in it is apparently amnesty for illegals, the Green New Deal. You have an expansion of social programs, over 150 new federal programs, tax breaks for the rich, tax increases for working American families and small businesses. It is a socialist's dream, and we're just hopeful that there are a few reasonable Democrats out there who say, who actually are going to follow through on what they say. When they say they want a CBO score, and we don't have one yet, let's wait and just see how expensive this is really going to be for taxpayers.
Yeah, of course, this follows the president signing into law that infrastructure plan as well, more than $1 trillion. Congressman Ben Cline joining us on the program. Congressman, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.